before you know it, it will be Christmas. So there we are. There's a nice thought, isn't it? What a year it's been. So tonight, what I want to do, hey, good evening, Claire. How are you? Welcome to the live stream. Just having a coffee with the boss of RJH. So grab yourself a brew, sit yourself down, get stuck in. Let's talk about what week you've had. Let's talk about what week we've had, what week you've had. Let's talk about what weekend we've had, what weekend you've had. And we'll just see how we go, take it from there. What have you been up to on your bike? Have you been cleaning it? Have you been maintaining it? Have you been riding it? So that is the plan. Okay, good evening, everybody. Welcome to RJH live stream. Sunday, the 1st of August, 2021. Just snuck another one in. Last one was Friday. So grab yourself a coffee. Yeah, grab yourself a coffee, sit yourself down, get yourself comfortable, and let's have a chat about everything. I want to know what your week's been like, what your weekend's been like. Have you been on the bike? Have you been cleaning it? Have you maintaining it? Have you been riding it? Where have you been riding it? Got any nice roads to report back to? And so on. As you all know, July is finished. So July is gone. We're now into August. Before you know it, it's going to be December. Before you know it, it's going to be December, Christmas. There's a scary thought. We've only just got over the last one. So, yeah, what a year it's been. Better day today weather-wise. A better day today weather-wise, depending where you have been. So, let's get chatting, ladies and gents. Who have we got on? Okay, good evening, Lisa. Good evening, Claire. Claire will have been out on her bike today, I'm sure of that. Claire has got a nice Honda Rebel 500. And you'd be jealous, Claire. We just recently had somebody, last couple of weeks, came along and they have bought the Honda Rebel 1100. I don't know how they quite got hold of one of those because it's been on short demand, I believe. But they've come along with the 1100. So beautiful bikes. Hey, there's a young Ivan, a young man. Now, how are you, Ivan? Yeah, you're looking. I saw you around a couple of times actually on your Harley Davidson, I'm sure. If you're still riding around on that, but good evening to Mr. Colt Productions. Who trained with us, trained his brother back in the early days, Mark Holden, in Macclesfield. So nice of you to join us. Good evening, Paul Sugden too. So yeah, all it is this evening, just snuck another live stream in. Nothing's planned. There's no topic other than get yourself a coffee and get yourself sat in front of your screen. Let's have a chat about whatever, your bikes, what have you been doing to them? Have you been out on a ride? Have you been maintaining them? Whatever it might be. Good evening, Stephen. So that's the plan. I've got a few forward goals that I want to be looking at. So let the conversation get going a bit, but I'll discuss what riding goals that I've set myself. So just started doing a bit of homework on it now and see how we go. Something to do with the ROSPA. Yeah, so something to do with the ROSPA. That's my my goals. Am I folding my washing machine? Am I folding my washing? Good evening, Doctor. Evening. What bike or bikes do you own? Well, at the moment, I think I own about 40 bikes, but they're all school bikes. So they're all my bikes, but personal bike at the moment is the Honda CBF 1000 GT. Well, it's the I'm folding that. That's my personal bike at the moment, which to be honest, I've stopped teaching on it. I've got the Honda CB500X to teach on. So I suppose my current personal bike is the Honda CBF 1000 GT. That's my current bike. Goody, Claire. So your eldest has just bought a bike without me knowing. So he needs to do a CBT then, doesn't he? Yeah, you know where he's going to come and do his CBT. That's good. So, Doctor, what bike is it you're riding? What bike are you on at the moment? Yeah, Colt Productions. What are you still got the Harley, matey, or have you moved on from the Harley? And I take it you're not working at Lee anymore, because you were working in Lee when you were training with us. Where are you now, young man? Paul Sugden, what are you riding, mate? What's your... Forgive me, because I probably already asked on last week's, because I know there's a few faces or names that have already been in conversations, but we get quite a lot of viewers, so it's all. Andy, good evening. Stealth Andy. Fantastic, the MT10. Yeah, I've just got there's a few lads that have been training with us recently go for the Yamas, the 9s and 10s. They are there's a lot of reports about the Yamaha MT range getting stolen easily. Something to do with the ability of hot wiring them. It's easier or something, I don't know. And here's Jalal from Bristol. Good evening, Jalal. Good of you to join us. So there's a few there. Grab yourself a coffee, sit yourself up. Let's have a bit of a chat about anything and everything bike related. 14 people watching, 8 likes. So let's get some of those likes up if you don't mind. If you're watching the video, press the like. Good evening, Duncan, who's been in touch a few times on different social media platforms. So where are you up to, Duncan? Have you started your journey into two wheels yet? Are you thinking about it still, or where are you up to, matey? Stephen Grift, got a brew in hand, just finished a 13-hour shift. Oh. What is it you do, Stephen? What's your job, mate? So that was interesting then, that when I start the live stream, you don't see anything for 30 seconds, 45 seconds or something like that, is it? So I'm blabbering on and doing my introductions and you're not even got it. Fireman in a shipyard. Very good, Stephen. Very good. Paul, you still got your module 1 next week. So yeah, you've been watching our videos. That's good. Looking at 2015, you get something decent. There, you still got the Harley. It's in the garage. We've done a few miles on that Harley, Ivan. We've done a few miles on that one. From recollection, you're using it every day. So, yeah, we've had it a few years. What's that? You must have had it. That must be 5 years ago you were with us. Probably, maybe 5 or 6 years. So, yeah, what sort of bike would you get for about 1,500 quid? A lot out there. There is a lot out there. So, have a good look around. 600cc around there for a good first bike. Enjoy your coffee. Cheers, everybody. That's not bad. Make quite a nice brew, if I don't mind saying so. Yeah, so I've not got the backdrop today. Not got the, so just plain old little, tuck myself away in the corner of the office. Z125 until I get dates for my DAS. Good, Stephen. Yeah, well, get out on that Z125 as much as you can. Nice little bikes. And get as much experience out there. Will help you. Will put you in good stead for when you do go for your lessons. But yeah, most schools are pretty busy at the moment. Excuse me. Most schools are pretty busy at the moment. I think we're looking at into September, October. However, I am off for a month. I've got September off, going to Spain, spending the month in Spain, the month of September in Spain. So we're a little bit less able to get DAS bookings in. But that said, we have got possibly another instructor coming on board, which we'll be able to then fill that back up. So the waiting list might come back down again. All looking good. Andy, after doing your CBT, which bike would you say good for learning? Right, well, after your CBT, any Japanese 125s would be good. But if you listen to your instructor after the CBT, you might say get your full license done. There is a live stream. Go back a few weeks. There's a live stream on big bike, first big bikes, most popular first big bikes. That might be worth having a look at. Good pair of boots for CBT and DAS. Andy B. Good evening. Yeah, I've done a review of the what's the called now? I can put a. It was the Alpine Stars. Go through all my product reviews, or it's in the 4K list. I've got playlist 4K list of videos. It's the Alpine Stars J6 ankle boots, which you can get online from J&S accessories. Get it posted to you. So take a look. It's the Alpine Stars J6 ankle boots. Do different colors and everything. They're great for CBT. Get you started off. $40,000 miles. That's some going, that, isn't it? Yeah, it needs a full rewire. Blimey. They're interested. Yeah, so you could go. Don't know whether I can get the. Let me just see if I can get the link for you, and I'll post it on the. Let me just see how this works. So, it's the Alpine Stars.
Great British weather.
How's that? Don't think you missed me, did you? Try that link there. Just put it there. That is the Alpine Star J6 ankle boot. In fact, just wait there. Yep, I've got a pair on. How's that? And I haven't even been on my bike yet. I like them that much. I wear them when I'm not even on my bike. They're like a pair of ankle boots. But yeah, give them a go. Right, 17 people on the channel. Thank you very much for joining. Enjoy the, get yourself a cup of coffee and come on, let's have a bit of a chat. If you like the video, please do so. The last live stream I did on Friday, it was really good because I had 14 new viewers that subscribed on the live stream on that evening. So during the hour and a half, the live stream on Friday, where we talked about the common module 2 faults, we had 14 people subscribe to the channel. And how that works is that people like the video first and they comment. It's getting that interaction that just sort of spreads out a bit. Yeah, Paul, I'm not getting on with graphics yet on the screen. I'm struggling because I'm trying to learn it myself and not having going around in circles. And I'm looking at different YouTube tutorials and stuff like that. I've got the software on the computer, but I'm still not getting it. I'm just running around in circles. So I've got somebody that I just need to sit down with him for an hour or two and see how it goes. But that is a work in progress, and something to look forward to, because I know at the moment nobody in my sector, in this sector, nobody is doing live streams anyway. So I'm the only one that is doing live streams that I know of. So it's all, so I'm a little bit ahead on that front. So yeah, watch your space. I'll come along for it. Is it something you're up to speed with, Paul? Getting graphics things on the screen? If it is, then we should get together. Anyway, cheers, everybody. Cheers. Andy, you were one of them on Friday. Yeah, 14 new viewers, 14 new subscribers, and it's had over 60 likes. So, and it's had over 500 views. So it was a good one on Friday. That was a good one on Friday. So let's talk. What was your week been like, everybody? Tell me what your week's been like on your bike. What's your weekend been like on your bikes? Have you been out? Have you discovered any new roads? And, you know, if you've been out, what have you been doing on your bike today? Have you been cleaning it? Have you been maintaining it? Have you been riding it? So share. Yeah, let's get sharing away. So I've got a couple of views next week. I've got a view in South Manchester for a new school. Had a look at somewhere last week, didn't really come to anything. And I've got another one I'm going to look at next week. So RJH number 4 could be very soon. And there's the possibility of another one even further south into Cheshire. But that one, I've not even looked at it yet, but somebody's put forward somewhere that could work. So there's possibly a couple. But I'm looking at another one on Wednesday next week. So watch this space. RJH number 4 could be there. Ivan, any recommendations for second-hand bikes? You should know, young man. Depends on your budget. And I know the second-hand market at the moment is quite buoyant. So prices, I think they're pretty decent, the prices, but just have to see what's there. Japanese, my view on Japanese bikes. Adam Batchelor, can we do advanced talks for those that have passed? Yeah, we can just do anything you like. That's one thing I'm looking at doing this year is the ROSPA. Well, it was called the ROSPA. See if I can get it on the screen. It was called the ROSPA Diploma in Advanced Motorcycle Instruction, because I'm a fan of ROSPA, and they've changed it now, apparently, and it's now called the Level 3 Award in Advanced Motorcycle Instructor Training. So that's my goal for going forward at the moment, is the Level 3 Award in Advanced Motorcycle Instructor Training. So that's what I want to do, which is just adding another string to the bow. So yeah, ROSPA, what are there? ROSPA, IAM, Diamond. There's a few different recognized advanced. You've got the DVSA ERS. So I would always favor the ROSPA. Always favor the ROSPA. And we can discuss why if you want. Paul Sugden, apparently some great roads in North Yorkshire, not too far from me either. North Yorkshire, yes. A lot of nice roads in North Yorkshire. Anybody got any experience of any particular roads in North Yorkshire? Share them away. AD, watched all your training vids, 63 and got my CBD. Fantastic. Get your full license, AD. You will love it. Andy Beat, been drooling over Bonnevilles. Yes, there's some lovely Triumphs. There's some lovely bikes in the Tri range. So I can understand that drooling. Claire, you've sorted your garage out with new cupboards, set up like a workshop now. Went out with lad riding Pilly before the rain came. Done 3,300 miles. Well done. That's some going, isn't it? Dave Smith, good evening, Dave. So if you're just there, Dave, get yourself a brew, mate, and join us for a brew. Nothing major going on tonight, no specific topic, just have a bit of a chat and a catch up. Claire's off for 6 weeks now. Yeah, teaches at in a school in Congleton. Good. AD Summerlin, got Keyway Superlight 125, love cruisers. Why don't you train these on CBTs? Some schools, we used to tell you what, we used to have my first ever CBT trainees were two girls. A lot of you, if you follow the channel, you'll know. It was Marie, and well, it was Marie and her partner, two of them, Marie and Karen. And over the years, I've bought a few bikes off them when they've upgraded and changed. And there's one particularly there, probably back in 2006, 2007. And they sold the two Kawasaki Eliminator 125. So very similar to that Keyway Superlight. And they did us great. Japanese, very reliable. They did us great back then, but as time has gone on, that style of bike, I think, for U-turns and figures of eight, if you've got a new rider, it's not the most learner friendly. But yeah, I've no objection to that type. Are electric motorcycles the future? Well, I think the answer to that is yes. I do think that electric motorcycles are the future, and I don't think we're going to get away from it. And will they bring the end of legal filtering? I don't think so. No, I don't think so. My personal opinion. Adam, what about the police training? Is that any good? Absolutely. Bike safe, is it? They do the different police forces at different times do promote it. Any further training is going to make you a better rider. So yes, I would say the police training is good. Bike safe, yes. Good evening, Sylvia, the sergeant from RJH Northwich and RJH Wigan. Sit yourself up, Sylvia, get yourself a brew. Join me for a coffee. As I say, so welcome everybody. RJH live stream Sunday, 1st of August. 1st of August, where has the year gone? I mean, March the 29th, we reopened, so we had 3 months off. March the 29th, we reopened. We haven't stopped since. And before you know, it's going to be Christmas. It is going to be Christmas before you know it. I hate to say that, but August, September, October, November, 5 months' time, it's going to be Christmas. Is the new E10 fuel going to damage older bikes? No, I don't think it is. I don't think it'll do much good. I don't think they'll run as well. But most modern bikes have, if you look at your fuel, all of our bikes have got the E10 sticker on them, so they're already ready for them. But I don't think they'll perform as well. I don't think they'll ruin them. I don't think they'll perform as well. No, I do believe that electric geared bikes, yes. Listen, all the manufacturers are going to have to change to gears. They're going to have to, otherwise that'll be the end of the manufacturers. So if you think Harley Davidson have got one out, haven't they, electric? Is it KTM? No, Harley Davidson, I think, yeah. So all of them, Kawasaki, I believe, have been trialing or something. All of the big names will have to introduce electric bikes. And so gears, yeah, it'll have to be. Isn't it the Zero do geared bikes? It's a company called Zero do gears. There's some, there is another one. There's a few out there at the moment. We've got a few electrics, albeit scooters. And it's just the battery lengths for us at the moment, which are holding me back, I think. Yeah, they do. So yeah, so that's my plan. I'm looking at the Rosper. That's my sort of next goal, personal riding development, is the Rosper Diploma in Advanced Motorcycle Instruction, which is now called the Level 3 Award in Advanced Motorcycle Instructor Training. So that's what I'm looking at doing. I just need it to slow down a little bit so I've got a bit more time. Rob Language, that's naughty. You cannot use Christmas before November. That's £5 you need to put in the nutty tin for treats when electric bikes, the price needs to come down. They do cost a lot. Yeah, but they do. I got a few scooters, about £1,800. Bought the spare battery, so it costs about £2,000 each for these scooters. But they, you're not putting petrol in them. Okay, you have to charge them up and everything, but you don't put petrol in them. But I've just sort of got introduced to a few of those. It was 10% of the fleet were electric, but it's less than that now. But just did it just to show willing, just so that as a business we're doing our bit to help the environment. So who's been on the bike today? Who's been on the bike and where have you been? I've been to Blackpool today. I went to Blackpool today, but I didn't go on the bike. Went in the car, had a nice day in Blackpool, a little bit of lunch, a little mooch along the front. Sylvia, you were on your bike again, living the dream. Sylvia, living the dream. I just got a notification on my mobile phone 29 minutes ago. Watch live now. RJH Motorbike Training. Live stream and coffee with the boss of RJH Motorbike Training. Sylvia, living the dream. So happy. Fantastic. That is what we want. Everybody has to be happy. I need to try and get my bike out tomorrow and give it a little bit of a clean. Yeah, it was good. Just there, we can get to Blackpool in about an hour. Park up. Whenever we go, park up in the same place. Go and have a little bit of a lunch or breakfast at the same place. The Hive. The Hive is beautiful food. The girls there are fantastic. And then just a little wander around, little mooch around, have a sit down, get the sea air. I've gone on one of the horse carts along the front. Beautiful. Just de-stress. Ian had Mod 2 training cam rider in Warwick. They are very good. Your videos have helped enormously. Fantastic to hear. Fantastic to hear. That is what we like. The more people that watch the videos, the better. So where are you staying in Blackpool then, Dave? Where are you staying in Blackpool? There is certainly the electric bikes we have at the moment, there is no road tax. Have Mod 2, yeah, good. Mike, electric bikes will never have gears. Well, I think you'll find there are electric bikes out there with gears now, although I don't have one. So I'm not quite sure whether that is an accurate statement, Mike. Dave Smith, Valdine Hotel, very good. Sounds very nice. AD Summerlin, shame you don't have a training facility in Northampton. Manchester is too far. Yeah, but people come from all over the place, in all honesty. And we've had more recently, over the last month or so, people have been coming over and staying in a local hotel and doing the training. So it is possible. Yeah, you just got to put a little bit of time in. Got to put a bit of time in, and yeah, it can be worth it. But 75 quid for 3 nights B&B. That's all right, isn't it? Not bad at all. £25 a night. So yeah, who's got any ambitions going forward on their bikes? Advanced, what's the plans other than, have you got any trips coming up? Any tours? Any weekends away on the bikes? I miss the last tour I did was a few years ago now, but that was the European tour. I've got a lot of the videos on the channel. Yeah, I mean, everybody's going to have an opinion, AW8. Everybody's going to have an opinion. And, you know, listen to people, but ultimately make your own decision. So listen to people, but you make your own decision, because everybody is going to tell you a different view. But Honda, lovely bikes. Yeah, 30 years driving, you've got a lot of experience there, haven't you? A lot of experience on the roads. Yeah, so I think I might try and get my bike out tomorrow, give it a little bit of a clean, a little bit of a tidy up just before I get back down to work on Tuesday, because I'm off tomorrow. About a couple of days off, back to work on Tuesday. A new possible site viewing on Wednesday, which is exciting times. So could have another RJH number 4 quite quickly. I would tell you all where it is, but it is at the moment top secret. Yeah, well, I thought I'd get a day off, Sylvia, before you did, because you seem to have so many that you don't leave any days off for anybody else to have them. So I thought I'd have a few in there before you did. The Pan-European AW8 is gone. So the Pan-European's gone. I've got the CBF 1000 and GT, the CBF 1000 GT, and I've got the Honda CB 500X. I actually need to do a review on that one, so I might even do a review, see how we go. But the Pan-European went, yeah, I don't know why, but I want to get another one, but I'd love to get a new one, but they stopped making them. So getting a nice one now is near on impossible. Yeah, well, in Blackpool today, Jalal, there were kids on these electric scooters. They, yes, they're going to have to clamp down on it. It's getting a bit of a menace, isn't it? There is no comparison, AW8. The Pan-European is the one for comfort. Beautiful. The CB1000, the CBF 1000 is a nippy little thing, but the comfort for me is not there. Yes, Sylvia, we are looking for new sites. I've got 2 potential now. I've just got, I'm looking at one on, as you know, I think I put it on the staff, on the manager's WhatsApp, looking at it on Wednesday evening. And that will be a nice one if anything comes of it. And you know where that one is, and you know why that would be nice for RJH if we got it. And I've got a lead on another one, which is back in my roots, to be honest, back in me home where we first started. So we'll go and have a look at that and see if anything comes of that. But I've not even seen it yet, but I've had a lead there. But it could be a couple more sites. We're looking. We're ready to open a couple more sites. We've got the manpower, we've got the funding for it and everything. Everything is there in place. So watch this space. There could be RJH number 4, RJH number 5 in quick succession. We're just ready and waiting to pounce. Have Chinese bikes come of age? Well, I'm a big fan of Japanese. So the Hondas, the Suzukis, the Yamahas, we use all the Japaneses. The more recent sort of Chinese that we had was the Benelli. The little Benelli TNT 125, which is a Honda Grom. And we've got the Honda Grom. We've got the Honda Grom. We've got the Benelli. They've gone. They just don't hold up like the Japanese for some reason. For everyday use, for everyday CBTing. So I don't want to shoot myself in the foot. I think they've come a long way, but I'm still favouring the Japanese. No, not really done any nighttime. The quality is not brilliant. You don't get the same quality. So no, daytime only up to now, whether that changes in the future. Carl Crompton, very good. Aprilia RSV Millie, very nice indeed. Very nice indeed. First time on the channel, Carl. If it is, please like the video, subscribe to the channel. We have live streams every week, although tonight's live stream, all it is, relatively tame. Sit yourself up, get yourself a coffee, join the RJH Boss for a coffee. Yep, so that's my plan anyway. My plan, my personal goal plan is to sign up for the ROSPA level 3 instruction, the level 3 award in advanced motorcycle instructor training. That is my personal goal. I know some instructors ride the Kawasaki K1400 Concurs and know one who rides a Z1000 Tourer. Yeah, they're good bikes. I've gone now for teaching. The bike that I'm teaching on is the Honda CB500X. And I'm getting up to sort of 90 miles to the gallon, which is, 90 miles to the gallon. So that's why I'm riding it. I don't want the power, not when I'm learning. If I was going off on touring or something, it wouldn't be any good. Or if I was going on advanced, it wouldn't be any good. But for CBT and DAS work, the Honda CB500 absolutely suits me down to the ground. Am I growing that awesome beard back? Don't think so. I think if I grew it back, it'd be a bit grey. I've got the grey coming on the front a bit now. But no, this is probably for now as much as I'll go. It's about, close to a week. But no, keep it pretty much like, I don't think I'll go back longer. Yeah. 90 miles per hour is good. Yeah, I think up to 91. And I'm doubting it. I'm doubting whether it's accurate, but that's what it's showing me. But I don't thrash it. But I've had it, how long I've had it now? Probably about just shy of 2 months. And it's got 2,500 miles on the clock. And I need to do a review. Figol, past your mod 1. Yes, it is Saturday mod 1. They're like gold dust. Did I say 90 miles per hour? It won't go 90 miles per hour. The Honda CB 500 will not go 90 miles an hour. When I go two junctions down on the motorway, 70-ish is as fast as I probably want to go on it. But yeah, it does 90 miles to the gallon. Dave, he's got one of his jokes here. If a deaf child signs swear words, does his mother make him wash his hands with soap? Very good. Probably. What was that, Sylvia? I love Hondas, but my next bike is Kawasaki Z10R. Paul at JNS said you should buy it for me, Rob. It's reduced to 13,999. Yeah, that's not bad, that. Not very good for teaching on, Sylvia. You keep to your little Z650s. Training on a CB650R. Training school also have CB500F, which I have used. Both are lovely. Tempted to go for the 500 if I pass, but the inline 4 on the 650 is intoxicating. They're both nice bikes. We had a few of the 500s. The only reason we sold them to ex-pupils was because they were coming up to 5 years old, and we don't want bikes over 5 years old. And we replaced them with the Z400s, which are nice. But yeah, the CB 500s, absolute smooth, so smooth. Rob, quick question. When slowing to a typical 90-degree T-junction... Oh, it's gone. He's gone. He's deleted it. Yeah, RJH Wigan have a few of the Hondas. Was a CB at 650R, passed my mod 1 on. Great, but they are great bikes. Lovely bikes. So what we got there, we've got 21 people on. That's not bad for a Sunday night, talking nothing specifically, just about bikes. And what do I add? I've had 3 people subscribe tonight on whilst watching this. Very good. Very pleased. So if you've not got yourself a coffee, get yourself a coffee, okay? If you've not got a coffee, get yourself a coffee. Probably get a little for a thumbnail. So I could get a thumbnail, couldn't I? Of me having a coffee for the next, because I might start doing a weekly join the RJH Boss for a coffee, or I might not. See how it goes. Here we are then. Let's have a look. Rob, do you brake gear overlap when approaching the capacity or get speed off first? Well, you definitely slow down. Typical T-junction. You want to be down. Speed is always relevant to visibility. So how you get your speed down was always ABC off the accelerator. Use your brakes, down your gears. Don't really see any reason you want to change that. Jason, good evening. Yeah, I'm still waiting for my manager, RJH Centre Manager in Manchester, Graham Cook, who's not with us tonight. Don't know where Graham is. He was looking into it. Just need to. I've got the garage that's prepared to do it. Definitely got customers that want to do it. I just need to come up with a sort of a structure And what I am thinking is a 6-week, week 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, couple of hours in an evening, and starting off with basics and then just going on to a little more challenging stuff. So just really manager, Mr. Graham Cook in Manchester, who was looking into it for me. So Jason, watch this space. I managed to book in my test in 2 weeks' time. I got an assessment. What happens on an assessment? As I got autism, I need an assessment. It's just really having a look at you. Yeah. So if you came to RJH for an assessment, we just have a chat with you, get you on a bike, have a look at you, and then take it from there. So don't worry about it. Tell your instructor what your needs are, and they will look after you. Okay, so nothing to worry about at all. AWA, Lisa is the boss. Yes, you're right. Lisa is the boss. Carl, I've been coming and going for some time. I've liked and liked and liked and subscribed and subscribed. Fantastic, Carl. That is all we ask. Thank you very much. And Jason, yeah, we'll do. Yeah, as soon as we've got something in place, then it'll be spread all over our social media, so you will get to know it. You will get to know about it. Okay, so just waiting for Graham to come up with something. So that's good. Lisa looks after everybody. Oh, it's gone a bit quiet now. It's gone a bit quiet. So everybody looking forward to, what are they on, summer holidays now? Kids are all off, aren't they? Anybody getting away with kids, or what's the plan? Anybody getting away? We've just booked a month in Spain, September. So I think we go down on the 2nd of September. And we come back on the 2nd of October. So there's no bikes, but what I will be doing is continuing with the weekly live streams from Spain. Paul Sugden, what's your thoughts on a day's course on maintenance, or just is it a 6-week course as you mentioned? Yeah, I'm pretty open. I mean, we've sort of just not really thought about it at the moment. We've thought of an evening a week over 6 weeks, which might be difficult for people that are a bit further away. If it's a day course, I think the downside to that is probably the garage and the mechanic that is prepared to do it would have to take a day out of work, I suppose. That was the only disadvantage. So doing a couple of hours on an evening over 6 weeks wouldn't interfere with his normal daily activity. AWA, have you that's in September? Yep, good. Yeah, so 90 miles is going to be too far for an evening, a couple of hours on an evening, isn't it? I get that. But yeah, I suppose we could I could put a poll out and see what the general view is. Jason Morley, can I ask what's the difference between a restricted bike and an unrestricted bike at speed? Like, yeah, I mean, there is a difference. So if you got on one of our A2 bikes, a little 400, or even my A2 bike, which is a 500, my instructor bike, which is a CB 500, and put it against one of the 650s, there is a difference. There's no denying it. As a new rider, you might, not really going to tell a great deal because you don't pull away as quickly as what you would if you were a bit more experienced. So there is a difference, but I think as a learner rider, you're probably not going to notice it as much. Anyone have a decent discount code for road skin motorcycle jeans, if that's allowed here? I don't have one, but if anybody is watching, then they may do. So anybody, but I know that we recommend all of our customers to J&S who have 30 stores nationwide. If you tell them you're training with us, they will look after you. They will look after you. So tell them that you're training with RJH, or tell them that you've got an association with RJH, and they will look after you at J&S. If you are in the Northwest, I'd always recommend getting over to J&S in Oakmere. And the reason I would say get yourself to J&S in Oakmere is because of the selection and the staff. They've got a good team there. A few of the lads that work there have passed the test with us, and they will look after you. I don't know of anywhere that you will get the selection that you can get at J&S. I just don't. I've been around a lot of places. So J&S, and the website is really good as well. J&S Accessories website is very good. So what I'm going to do for you is pop it in here, because they deliver stuff and what have you. And so there's the J&S Accessories website, and you can buy stuff online. So take a look. Ian Skip, good evening, Ian. Are you a new viewer, Ian? If you are, please do like the video and subscribe to the channel. It really does make a difference. Right, probably controversial. Should there be a clampdown on non-road legal exhausts or aftermarket exhaust? Euro 5 trying to make bikes more quieter, socially acceptable. Well, I think I know that certain people have been stopped because of their exhaust. So maybe there is a bit of a clampdown at the moment. But I don't think it's controversial at all. I think it's a good open question. So that's what this is all about. But I think there might already be a bit of a clampdown on exhausts. Andy B, higher CC for a new rider. Can't answer that. We have people that have got the Honda adventure bike, 1200 cc. Got people that buy the BMW GS Adventures. Got people buy the big Tourers, the Pan-Europeans, and the BMW Tourers. Then we get other people who'll buy a 650 or a 500. It depends on you. Depends on your riding background, your ability. Depends what you want to be riding for. So I wouldn't say there's an answer to that question, in all honesty. JNS, have a look on the JNS website, Dave, and you'll see the nearest. I know there's a JNS in Staverton, which is not Swindon. A JNS in Staverton, which is Gloucestershire, not Wiltshire. That might be worth going and having a look, mightn't it? Bloody wasp come in. How's that got in here? Let's open that window, see if it go out. Don't want a wasp in here. Yeah, so go on the JNS website, link below, and you'll have a store locator. Okay. 34 short legs, so limited choices in certain specific trousers for you. You can get them shortened though, can't you? You can get somebody to shorten them for you. AWA personally used to be quite open-minded re dB levels until my daughter moved next to a busy urban road junction. Not a fan of antisocial levels of noise. No. Yeah, I mean, there's a time and a place for it all, isn't there? Getting rid of that wasp again. Just bear with me. There, he's gone. That's better. He's gone now. Yeah, so that's looking good. Quite a lot of activity tonight. Everybody got a brew still, or have they all? Mine's got a bit cold. Although that would make a good thumbnail, wouldn't it? Like a nice thumb. If I can take a thumbnail from this. Coffee with the RJH Boss. How's that? That's for the next one. Next thumbnail. So, yeah, how many tests are you going to get past this week then, Sylvia? You're going to have another full house? You're going to get a load through the test this week? Sylvia's got a bit of a roll going on at the moment with her... she's got a bit of a roll going with test passes. So we need to be rubbing shoulders with Sylvia. Don't we, Sylvia? Sylvia is getting her pupils through the test very well at the moment. And it doesn't matter where she goes. She goes to Shrewsbury, she gets them through. She goes to Wrexham, she gets them through. She goes to Chester, she gets them through. She goes to St. Helens, she gets them through. She gets them through everywhere. And that is a sign of a good instructor as well. If an instructor can get you past in different test centres, it means that instructor is not training to the test routes. So that is really good. Yeah, so what are we on? We're 1 hour and 3 minutes. We're going to give it, I'll give it another 15 minutes, and I think then I'm going to go and have some tea. Okay, but what I would say is we've got quite a few people watching at the moment. So what would you say about a weekly coffee with the RJH Boss and just talk about whatever? Is that something that would be welcomed? Is it something you're not bothered about or interested about? I mean, I'm not after a topic, just to catch up, a coffee and talk about your week and so on. So yes or no, just answer away down there. So are you interested in a weekly coffee with the boss? Yes, Dave, not a problem. AW8 Rob, quite a personal. Have you ever crashed or fallen off? No, did you reply? If not, okay with, not a problem, mate. I've been, so next year I will have been riding for 50 years, or I say 50 years. I first was introduced to motorcycling in 1972, the summer of 1972. So next year that'll be 50 years, 50. And I know you're going to say I don't look like I'm 50. I get that, but anyway, that's honestly. And I've been knocked off once, and I've fallen off once. Now, what I've done is I was knocked off by from behind, and that was a young lady in a little Peugeot 205. And when she knocked me off, at the time, she was looking in her center mirror, putting her lipstick on. And she knocked me out, and then for seconds, it knocked me out for seconds. And the bike needed a new back wheel, bits and bobs, but it was an old Honda DeVille. It was my Honda DeVille. And it, yeah, so that was that. Anyway, and the other one was on one of my old Pan-Europeans. I've had quite a few Pan-Europeans over the years, and it was one when I was riding fairly slowly, and at this time I was riding through Longsight, and I just got the front brake wrong, and the front end just went, couldn't even have time to do anything. The front end just went, I was down. And those are the only two times that I've one hit, one fallen. So that's that. Weekly catch-up chat would be welcome. Wine rather than coffee, though, Ian. Yeah, well, we sort that out. Yeah, can sort that out. Glass of red. Carl, your exhaust is perfect. Yes, well, that's good. I'm very pleased your exhaust is perfect. So thank you, Rob. You are the master. You taught me and made me who I am today, and I'm forever grateful. I'm living the dream, Rob. Thank you. Well, Sylvia, RJH wouldn't be RJH as it is today without you. It wouldn't be where it is without you. So, you know, I owe you as much as what you owe me. Maybe, or bi-weekly. For coffee chat. Sylvia's up for it. Andy B up for it. Ian Skip, what's your advice on dealing with road cushions? I've got a. Do you mean sleeping policeman, that sort of thing? Because if you do mean that, I've got a. I've got a video somewhere on sleeping policeman. Is that what you mean, fella? Road cushions, is it sleeping policeman? If it is, let me see if I can find the video. I'm not quite sure what playlist would it have been on. Module 2, it's live Mod 2 demonstrations, it would be, surely, I think. Might need to look into it a bit more. Ian, what's your advice on dealing with road cushions? Is that what you mean? Is it speed bumps? A sleeping policeman speed bumps? What I would say then is, let me see if I can find the video, because there are options. Go left, go right, go straight over, and I've done a demonstration on it. So if I could find it, I would find it. I'll put it up for you, because there's no right or wrong. And it's something people can go for your test. And if you're not come across them, you don't know how to deal with them. So it is worth knowing. Speed measure. I might need to come back on it and I might need to come back, and don't want to waste time trying to find it, but how to deal with speed bumps. Definitely had a definitely had a video on it. Sleeping policeman. No, what I'm going to do is I will find it and post it in the description. I'll do a, yeah, I think that's probably the best thing for me to do. Otherwise, I'm going to waste all night trying to find it. So let me come back to you on that, and I'll pop it in the comments below. So yeah, I think she might have been putting a lipstick on for me. Are younger new riders coming through to take full test? Don't see many in my area in North Wales. I think I've just done the stats for last month. We've had more A2 customers coming through last month. We have all year. So I would say no. I mean, we use lovely new bikes, Kawasaki Z400s. That might have something to do with it, but I'd say no, the youngsters are coming through. Yes, Sylvia, it was a front brake on a pan-European, very slow speed control, front just went. Yeah, JUK, good idea, boss, with the weekly boss stream. Then we can ask anything we want. Right, I think we've already decided. I think that's going to be it. Yeah, we've got the weekly different topics anyway, but just coffee with a boss, just open forum, just get any questions in. Nothing too stressful, quite an easy. Fair play for disclosures on coming off. I like Honda DeVille based on what it is and reviews, particularly NT7. Not sexy by such, but I'm older than most new drivers. Well, listen, I've had a couple of the DeVilles. They don't call it the Dullville for nothing, but I'll tell you what, it does everything it says on the tin. The first DeVille I had, I did 100,000 miles in 4 years, and that bike was bulletproof, and it does everything you want it to do. So they're fantastic bikes. Good evening, ball bag. Ian, those annoying speed bumps that are square and staggered, so emergency vehicles can go over without slowing down. Yeah, you go around them, go left or right or over, but if you do go over, get your speed down. But I will post a video. I have got a video of them, so I will post one for you. What's tonight's topic, ball bag, is a coffee with the boss. Coffee with the boss of RJH. How's that? thoughts on bike jeans. I've got a couple of pairs. I've got one. I need to do a review on them. I've got the RSTs. I've got a couple of pairs of them, and when the weather's been warm, absolutely fantastic. That reminds me, I've got 2 reviews I need to do. I've got the Honda CB500X review, and I've got the RST denim jeans review to do. Yeah, and don't use a gap near the curb if you've got pedestrians and stuff on the road, on the pavement. So yeah, use your common sense. Pass your CBT apples yesterday with Nick. Thanks, Muck Gamings. Fantastic to hear. Are you subscribed to the channel? If not, please do so. It does help. I had 14 people subscribe on Friday night on the live stream, and I had a few subscribing tonight. So it's it does help us, and it does make a big difference. I've come off a few times, but okay, watch out for taxi drivers. Taxi drivers, yep, watch out. I came off once in work car park on black ice. It was my own fault for not gritting the car park the night before. I politely reminded them I'd been on day off, so it was not down to me to do it. Yeah, black ice, certain times of the year, you need to watch out for that. Has she got her own channel? AW cheers. Who's got her own channel? Ballbag, my Z125 is set up like a sports bike, seat height, handlebars low. Wish I knew this before I bought it. Yeah. Hey up, Andy. Good evening, Andy. Now, Andy, we need to get together at some point. I need this OBS. Need to get some tips on it. I'm struggling with it, fella. And yeah, I'm struggling with this OBS. Getting so let me know when I can come, and let me know. It won't be tomorrow because I am off tomorrow. Still looking for this video, ladies and gents, of speed measures. I'm sure I've got one somewhere of how to deal with speed measure. Just looking through here now and just seeing some of my European trip, which is a few years ago, down on the pan-European. So I need to re-look at some of those and get me back in the mood for an adventure. I could do with getting a good adventure again, but I think I need a new bike. I think I need a new bike if I'm going to go abroad again. I don't want to go on the CBF or CB 1000F. I don't want to go on one of them, and certainly don't want to take the 500. So what I would need, I think, is a 1200. And the BMW would be the one, I think. So if I go abroad again, overseas, I would certainly get a new bike. Still can't find it. Anyway. Andy, yet to get some jeans for me. It will be Easy Riders from Road Skins. Yeah, it's just I've run out now. My coffee's gone. I need a top up. But yeah, Nescafe, pretty easy going, not too.
Join Swift and find your
I'm going to
fun
put this on
with an
because
indoor
I
cycling.
just having a look here. Have a look at this one. Anybody wants to have a look at? Take a look at that video. Tell me what you think. Yeah, I would. I don't want a chain drive. I want a shaft. So it's going to be the GS Adventure, I think. I think Graham got the R. I was going to get an RT, and then Graham got one before me. But been having problems with his, as with a lot of other people. So in a way, I'm glad I didn't get one. But I think it's the Adventure. I think I'll go for the GS Adventure. Seems to sort of had a couple of them, and I think I wouldn't mind trying another one of them. So we'll see. So yeah, have a look at that video. Just put a link in of me over in Switzerland. Take a look at it and see what you think. Oven Pass. The Oven Pass in the Swiss Alps. That was on the Pan-European. Beautiful bike. Still can't find it. Getting annoyed now. Getting annoyed. It's tricky balancing your coffee through the drive-through. Hey, I like that, going through the drive-through, your coffee, watching RJH live stream. Fantastic. Which drive-through you go to? McDonald's, or they do? They're all doing them now, aren't they? You can get Greg's do a drive-through, Costa Coffee do a drive-through. They all do drive-throughs. So, right, we're going to be looking at switching off in a minute then, ladies and gents, coming up to an hour and a half. That'll do for tonight. Starbucks, yeah, even Starbucks, they're all doing these drive-throughs. So, yeah, another 8 minutes and I'm going to be switching off, but I am then going to, based on the feedback from tonight, what I am going to do is make a weekly coffee with the RJH Boss. And that could be, and I think we'll do that on a Sunday. Sunday, yeah, coffee with the boss. There you go. That's another one for the thumbnail. If I can make a thumbnail out of that. Yeah. And we'll get a regular evening. Hey, there's young Sophie. Good evening, Sophie. And Sophie is Sophie spent the week with me last week with Paul, Mark, and Ian. And Sophie has enrolled on the RJH's instructor training workshop. And looking forward, Sophie, to working with you in the near future. Lovely girl. And we've got quite a female presence, starting with Lisa at the top, one of the directors, and Sylvia, who's multi-site training center manager. And then we've got Debs, there's three ladies, and now Sophie's just coming through. So that's 4 ladies. So that's probably, it's going to be about 20%, 25% of our workforce are ladies. How's that? It is fantastic to see that. And yeah, look forward to that, Sophie. Thank you very much for your kind words. Dave, what's for dinner then, Gov? Had chicken madras myself. Oh, that sounds good, Dave, doesn't it? Chicken madras. Coffee more right, and just use clutch control with no revs. Great. Fantastic, ball bag. Good man. Yeah, I've got quite a few vids on. There's a playlist on the channel. There's a playlist on the channel of some of my European travels, and take a look. It wasn't a head cam. It was a camera on the front of my bike. I had the front of my bike, back of my bike, but it was on the front of the bike on my Pan-European, and they are some great. And I go back and watch them and think it almost then inspires me. I want to go again. It inspires me. I want to go again. Good evening, Steve. New viewer and subscriber. Great videos and interaction. Very informative. Hoping to start an intensive DAS course with yourselves later in the year. We'll be in touch regarding availability, etc. of your needs. Fantastic, Steve. Yeah, so we will look after you. And yeah, you'll see we have weekly live streams, and I try and upload a video every week. It doesn't always happen, hence the live streams are now becoming more popular. And yes, it's the interaction. It's the interaction that we want. Okay, so that is fantastic. Thanks for joining us. And remember, I've got a Wednesday night video planned. So hit that reminder button. Hit the reminder button, and you'll get that notification then when it comes up. But it's going back to the basic again, CBT. So it's an evening. Let's talk all about the CBT course, which is always very, very popular. Okay. Made it through that spinning. Sophie, ball bag legend going through a drive-through on a bike is hilarious. I'm often tempted. Yeah, should try it. Yeah, should try it. It sounds good, doesn't it? You can get little cup holders. I've seen them. We get something on the handlebars and you stick a little, you can put your little cup on your handlebars. You know, and people ride bikes with their dog on a little basket at the front. So if they can ride with a dog on a basket, I'm sure you can ride with a coffee. Yeah, you should show us a video of it. Get them to show a video of it. So, yeah, so we're coming up then. I've got a couple of minutes and I am going to be signing off. Yeah, GS 1200. I've had two. I had a 2009 GS Adventure, and I had a 2012, the triple black. And in all honesty, they're beautiful bikes for traveling, for touring. I found the 1300 Pan-Europeans a lot smoother, but the Adventure is certainly a fun bike and a mile muncher, that's for sure. So quite a good evening then, and what I can say is thank you all very much for joining. And what I'd say then is we'll be doing it Sunday evenings, coffee with the RJH Boss. Put myself out there. You can anything you want to ask. If I don't know the answer, I can always find it. But yeah, just open chit chat about anything bike, learning to ride a bike, anything about bike. A lot of experience, not just with me, but all of you that are watching, you've all got a lot of experience there, a lot of knowledge that you can pass on to those questions when those questions come your way. Just get stuck in and help each other out. That's what it's about, isn't it? Okay, so I'm going to love you and leave you all. All right, I will be back on Wednesday night for the CBT one, so please do set that reminder, join us. It is going to be a good one. And thanks very much for tuning in. Have a great week. Okay, so we'll be catching you later. Bye for now.